shit a dead chick. Awesome. It's times like this that it pays off to be a necrophiliac.
If I sprain my ankle while I'm robbing your place, if I hurt my knuckles when I punch you in the face, I'm gonna sue, yes I'm gonna sue, yeah that's what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sue, yes I'm gonna sue, that's right, I'm gonna sue you!
Empieza a gritar ya.
Locked and loaded, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready.
Edgeworth, you're alive.
And why wouldn't I be alive, Wright?
I thought you died. I mean, you even left a suicide note.
How stupid are you? The note said I'm going to Italy for a year, not I'm killing myself.
Oh.
Learn to read, douchebag.
What happened to Miss Franziska?
Who?
She was the prosecutor for this game.
And just what do you mean by game?
Empieza a gritar ya.
The prosecution calls the defendant to the stand.
Hello, human garbage.
Testimony now.
Objection!
Lying sack of that isn't true.
He hasn't said anything yet, right?
That's where you're wrong, Edgy Boy. He clearly said I.
So?
My client did nothing, so the word I is completely irrelevant.
Si veo, este tribunal considera que no hay full.
Objection!
Right, have you been winning trials using the judge's questionable intellect while I was gone? Right, if your client wasn't involved in this, just who was?
Crap. Just look over the evidence and you'll find a contradiction. Or I can come up with a god-awesome story. At the crime scene, I found a cat. My client is allergic to cats. Thus, he couldn't have been there.
Right, you can't prove where you got that cat from, and you can't prove your client is allergic to cats.
Of course I can. I have his medical records right here.
Right, that looks like the autopsy report. Let me see it.
No, I think the court trusts me enough to know I wouldn't lie on such a serious subject.
Sism, Wright es un verdadero ciudadano que nunca mentir bajo juramento.
Oath? The hell is that?
Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth shall help you, Jesus?
Yeah, of course. Can you move now? I need to go assault Gumshoe before the trial. Yeah.
Fine then, Wright. Your client isn't guilty, but if somebody else isn't, then he's automatically guilty.
Note to self. If I ever lose my badge for no apparent reason, make sure to change that law, not add some kind of jury system or something stupid like that. Yeah, I can prove someone else was there. Just look at this, glass of blood. Yeah, blood.
Blood? Let me guess. Vampires.
Exactly. The killer was a vampire.
And who is this vampire, Wright?
The girl in this photo, and she used a knife to kill the victim, whose name and background couldn't possibly have any relevance to this case whatsoever.
Objection!
I did some actual research, unlike the defense who just finds 2 or 3 pieces of evidence and then pulls a story out their ass. The girl in the photo is dead. I learned this by talking to her student, Adrian Andrews.
Red.
Right, I know I'm a pretty nice dresser, but I don't swing that way.
That's not it, you pink-wearing bastard.
Then what is it? Are you sticking to your vampire story?
Yes, but the lady in the picture isn't the vampire. Her student is!
Let me get this straight, right? You think that this woman, Adrian Andrews, is a murderer because you think her teacher is a vampire because you found a glass of red liquid by a picture of her.
Perfect logic.
Sism, Wright es un verdadero ciudadano que nunca mentir bajo juramento.
Am I the only person in this courtroom who isn't mentally insecure? Right, I'm afraid your story doesn't make any sense.
Nani?
Because I can prove that Miss Andrews was creepily watching Mr. Engarde, your client, take a nap at the time of the murder.
Red.
Are you happy that you can hear the logic of a man who wasn't dropped on his head as an infant, Mr. Wright?
No, just glad you proved my client innocent.
Oh.
What, no big breakdown?
I told you before, all I care about is the truth, not my record as a prosecutor.
What a nice boy. So unselfish. Much better than that other lawyer.
Damn it, you make me look like a total douche. Oh well, I have this case in the bag.
Bueno, ya que este caso parece estar fuera de los hechos a probar, creo que le basta con tiza hasta el gordo de misterios sin resolver.
Objection! I know who the murderer is.
¿Y quién podría ser usted?
I am the killer.
So you're the murderer.
Normally, I would say yes, but that third cool Nightingale doesn't understand how an assassin works.
What do you mean?
He had me kidnap that mademoiselle so he could get you to be his lawyer because we know you only take cases where your client isn't, how you say, evil. So he killed the nameless guy, then made the assassin kidnap a kid. Stupid American.
Why are you telling us this?
Cause the stupid American didn't pay me.
You can't prove a thing!
Oh, but I can! I have your signature on the 1-800 assassin receipt.
Wait, if you're selling him out, what happened to Maya?
I left her with that gumman friend of yours.
You're definitely an evil man.
Of course I am evil. I am French.
But this doesn't explain why Engarde wanted to kill Old Nameless.
That is because key blood points were skipped by the writer.
What a dumbass.
As you insult the person who keeps you in existence.
No.
Aww.
Maya! Ow! What was that for?
You knew where I was. Why didn't you call the cops or something?
But I wanted to be captain here. Ow!
You know what? I'll forgive you if you buy me something to eat. I'm starving.
He didn't feed you, Maya?
Oh, no. He fed me more than I've ever eaten. Those French really know how to make a good burger.
I'm at a loss of thought.
Now time for a group hug.
Pearl, where were you this entire case?
Not really sure. No, wait. I went looking for that nickel guy, and suddenly I was with Gumshoe.
Gumshoe?
Yeah, he's my friend now.
Keep that girl away from me, pal.
Gumshoe, what happened to you?
She said she wanted to dress up and then bam! Next thing I know, I'm attacked by Joseph Stalin.
Wait, you mean Pearl's a ghost magnet too?
Yeah, I guess, but it's not important to the plot or anything. And it never will be. Nope, never.
Get on the damn plane already.
No, I want to be the prosecutor in the next game.
Well, so do I, but I'm not complaining.
But I didn't even get to prosecute the last case of this game.
Just go back to Germany, you sadistic slut.
Shut up, the both of you.
You!
See, this is why I'm taking over as prosecutor. Neither of you have half a brain.
You bastard! Take this! What?
Looking for this?
But I want to prosecute!
Fine, you can have a role in the last case.
What about me?
Fine, you can have a role too, you whiny bitch. Everyone happy now?
Yeah, I guess.
Good. Now let's just sit back and let the badass take control. Mr. Wright, you've met your coffee-based demise.
And just like that, the case came to an end. I ran away from the courtroom. I wandered the streets alone. I never saw Maya again.
I'm right here, Nick.
The killer is a man of his word, so I'm sure he released her as promised.
Are you ignoring me?
I heard the verdict of Miss Andrews' trial a few days later. She was found guilty, of course.
Did you even meet her?
The miracle never happened.
Nick, if you're doing this to get out of doing another game, it's not going to work.
Phoenix Wright, Abridged.